Dire team ban.
Okay, this should be working now, I think. I told it to both stream and record, so hopefully that will go well. Well, welcome guys. If you were watching the last game, you know that I am streaming the finals of
Radiant team ban.
the Dota 2 Arena League, sponsored by TNPGaming.com. You can check them out on that website. I am Kingdom, and this is the games that I love to watch. Now, I have been noticing since the patch that these... I'm going to get sidetracked here. Bear with me. I've been noticing that these things have been bugging out when I watch as both replays and while I'm casting, so I don't know why that's going on, but I don't know, I guess it just is. Gonna see standard bans going out here. Nature's Prophet ban, I am kind of surprised at this. He has been seeing as I haven't seen him played as much as he used to be a couple months ago. He's still powerful. Rubik first pickup here from FMR, and this is actually funny because this is exactly what happened last game against UTP. They said they were going to run the same lineup. No, they're not going to. Okay. With Fat Rider banned out, you are able to run that Templar Assassin. So they're going to go ahead and pick up Templar as well as the Tide Hunter. That's team fight as well as mid-game dominance. Wait for FMR's response. I wouldn't be surprised that Veno's still in the pool. Very good counter to Templar Assassin. Jakiro also. Both of those heroes very strong against the TA because of their damage over time. TA, of course, relies on her refraction charges, and as a result, requires those refraction charges get dispelled as damage gets applied. Damage over time gets rid of those refraction charges faster, and as a result makes her less tanky as a hero. So heroes like Venomancer and Jakiro, and also Viper, but he's never played, but specifically Venomancer and Jakiro, with their damage over time, allow Templar Assassin's charges just to get dropped almost instantly. So that... Yeah, so there we go. We're going to have the Venomancer and Anti-Mage. Okay, so even though he got nerfed, he's still going to be picked up here. Chinchalax, of course, is a very strong Anti-Mage player, if I'm remembering correctly. So, is my open mic set? Am I doing that? Just quickly check that. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, we're good. Gotta make sure this stuff is working. Yeah, so we're gonna see an Anti-Mage here. Despite the ban, he is pretty good. I guess, like, he's gonna... Draining mana off Tide Hunter is important. Preventing him from ravaging. It's probably the most important thing you can do as an Anti-Mage player. Also, by the way, you could do it with a Lion. That's just me. So the counter pick here, I would say Shadow Demon is an excellent counter pickup because you've already got Rubik and Anti-Mage who are stat-heavy heroes, and Anti-Mage in addition with his Orb means that Shadow Demon illusions are very strong. Darkseer also, but he's banned out, so he won't be able to be picked up. Alright then. Alright, so Windrunner is going to be picked up instead. That's going to be a long lane hero for the Dire side, UTP. That I do kind of like that pick. It's a strong lockdown spell as well as some AoE teamfight damage. And if late game goes, Windrunner is one of those long lane / supportish heroes who can really carry over very strongly into the late game. And especially against an Anti-Mage, you need any late game that you can get together. Now, granted, you've got a TA, and I think TA can, if she gets enough farm, go head-to-head with an Anti-Mage. Because of her refraction charges, he isn't able to do as much damage to her, and moreover, she's got so much minus armor that her burst damage can just cleave through him with no difficulty. Jakiro's the ban there. I don't know why FMR... I guess they banned Jakiro because he's a very strong hero, pushing hero, which could help. They're banning pushing heroes. Okay, that makes sense. They wanted to were planning on picking the Anti-Mage from the beginning, so they banned the Prophet, banned the Leshak, banned the Jakiro, who are the three strongest pushing heroes, I would say, in the game right now. You don't have to worry as much about a Lycan as you used to because he's not as capable of jungling. Enchantress and Chen, of course, could still push, but I don't see either of them getting picked up against an Anti-Mage because they're just food for him come mid-late game. So I do think that is a good ban. So FMR looks like they're going to be going with the Venomancer also, especially they have the opportunity to just go for the counter push and turtle strategy, which I think they can pull off. That Anti-Mage will get pretty fat. Hopefully we'll be able to get a quick Battle Fury. Queen of Pain is a ban here. Untrained professionals not wanting to play against that strong solo mid. That should be good. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Should be fine. Not sure what both teams are really doing altogether. Let's go. I'm trying to get a sense of this strategy here. I mean, obviously, FMR have kind of already thrown their hand with that Anti-Mage pick. It's really picking that hard carry in the first picking stage really just goes ahead and shows that hard carry in the first picking stage really just goes ahead and shows that hard carry in the first picking stage really just goes. My bad there. Don't know why I hate it when it does that. Oh well, I just needed to pop over here and make sure. At least I know now that the thing is. Make sure I know that the thing is working. I've never tried. I'm trying to record and stream at the same time. Alright, we're in reserve time here, waiting for this ban to go through. In the first game, I saw these teams picking very quickly, but no, I think people are taking more time to think about it. This is the winner's bracket now, and if you win this game, you're already straight into the semifinals. So no problem. CK is the ban on here. UTP they've got the opportunity to pick up a hard carry on top of this TA, but I don't think they will. It's not what they did last game. I will bet that they will pick something like a semi-carry who can push. Possibly DK, they have that option, although he's harder to tri-lane with a Tidehunter. I've also got opportunities like I think a Mirana could do well. What's something you can do well against an Anti-Mage? Mirana's not as good as it's an Anti-Mage. I still think Shadow Demon is an excellent pickup, and maybe even, I guess you can't pick up your Invoker because you've already got your TA for solo mid. Night Stalker's Silence is very strong against an Anti-Mage. He's a very strong early game aggression hero. Not really sure what else they could go for, though, unless they're able to push like they did last game. I'm not sure that UTP will be able to get the kind of early game advantage that they need to before Anti-Mage ramps up too much momentum for UTP to really do anything about it. And that really is where I'm worried. Enigma's the pick up here. Alright, I do like this pick. It gives FMR a lot more push, anti-push. Crystal Maiden, very quick pick here. It's a support hero. It does look like they'll be tri-laning now, so I am kind of in anticipation of what tri-lane hero they will pick up. Not entirely sure at the moment. So yeah, UTP's probably going to pick up a tri-lane hero. I'm not sure who you pick up in a tri-lane to go against an Anti-Mage. Now granted, your Crystal Maiden's going to give you a lot of mana, which will help out with the Tidehunter Windrunner. She's got a lot of stuns, which prevents the Anti-Mage from blinking away. And also slows, which helps the Templar Assassin gank. Also kind of helps you deal with this Enigma. But who do you put into your tri-lane to farm? Because Crystal Maiden and Tidehunter are clearly tri-lane heroes. So I'm unsure where they're going to go with this. FMR have 15 seconds left to pick up their last hero here for their lineup. They don't need a support. They need either a solo mid. I think they're going to throw Enigma solo long lane. Sand King. Okay, so they've gone for Wombo combo. Rubik looks like he'll be solo mid. Riki. Okay, I probably should have seen that one coming. He's pretty good against an Anti-Mage because, first of all, he gets to his carry potential earlier in the game, so we're going to see a lot of aggression mid-game coming from UTP, from their Templar Assassin, their Tidehunter Ravage, and their Rikimaru, who will be online pretty quickly, and there's no heroes on the Radiant squad to stop him, no easy counter like a Slardar or a Bounty Hunter. So we will be seeing some pretty good... So we will be seeing that really good mid-game from them, whereas the Radiant squad, FMR, are definitely going to be focusing more on their late game. They're going to be sitting back, G's going to be playing this Venomancer, and you're going to have your Sand King also, just to protect this Anti-Mage in lane, make sure he gets his farm. But so we will see a tri-lane and then a tri-lane, and I haven't seen a ton of tri-lanes in this patch. I didn't expect to see them, because it's, I guess it works because you're getting more experience and more gold on your supports in a tri-lane than you would be ordinarily. But it seems to me like a 2-on-2 is almost more relevant, or perhaps like a 1-on-1 with dual roaming supports, possibly even more relevant and capable than your 3-on-1 like we have been seeing. I really think that
some switching up of lane might help some teams out. But as it is, we're seeing lots of tri-lanes. We're seeing tri-lane here. I have to introduce these players, don't I? Fudge is going to be playing this Riki. We've got Smiley Face on the Crystal Maiden, Tuku on the Tidehunter, Xantha solo mid on this Templar Assassin, Mizrim on the long lane Windrunner. On the Radiant squad, we're going to see Chillax on the Anti-Mage, farming it up. Drill, he's a stand-in, playing on the Sand King. G on this Venomancer, solo mid Rubik, played by Ramboa. It's Rambo Dota, also known as. And then Baroya is going to be long lane solo on the Enigma. He has warded off the pull camp, which is crucial against a tri-lane. It's probably the most important thing you can do as a long lane hero. There's some similar wards going off by Mizrim. He's warded off this camp as well as this camp. I don't know if any counter wards were picked up. It does not look like it. So this Radiant team will have a much harder time. The Dire squad can still pull this camp. They can still pull this camp right here. They can pull, and they can even pull this double pull this hard camp and this camp over here. So that, this camp. So that means they will be able to get some more experience in the Radiant squad because of those two wards. Those are pretty important wards right here. This ward here blocking up this camp, and this ward here blocking up this camp. That should, oh no, doesn't look like this camp was blocked off. This ward is just for vision. So alright, we've got pretty even warding then. But even still, the Dire squad have a better chance of warding. One thing that this Enigma player needs to do is not feed his Eidolons, because that will just skyrocket Rikimaru's farm rate. Rikimaru did go for a Wraith Band first, and I do like this pick. Typically, I don't like it when Rikis or other heroes like that I don't like it when the carry heroes get that Wraith Band or something first. He will dodge that tower strike. Oh no, he won't dodge the second one though. Right. I do like it. Typically, I don't like it when carry heroes go for like a Wraith Band or a Bracer first, as opposed to more regen or more stat items. But on Rikimaru, it actually makes a lot of sense because his backstab damage, which comprises a lot of his last hitting ability, is dependent upon his agility, and that's plus 9 agility, yes? No, plus 6 agility, my bad. Which gives him an immediate plus 9 to his last hitting damage because of backstab. Oh, we're going to see a huge dive here coming from the Radiant side. They're going to pick off this Windrunner, and Sand King's going to barely survive that. He's got a salve. He's going to salve it back up. Huge dive. I can't believe that actually worked. The last hit, unfortunately, did not go to the Anti-Mage. It went to the Sand King. But you can't argue too much. Getting that kill is just going to force her out of lane and really allow this Anti-Mage to get farmed pretty much unabated. Granted, Mizrim is doing fairly well, better than the Enigma. He's level 2, whereas this Enigma is level... Oh, never mind. He was level 3. I am surprised by that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at last hits here in this interim when nothing's really happening. Unless they're making it go? No, they're not. Mizrim's just being aggressive. Alright, so... Oh no, there's the Gale again. I think with the Windrun he'll be able to get out of stun range. Yeah, he will. He will make it just out of stun range there. So Mizrim will be alright here. He'll get a couple more levels and he'll be alright. Once he gets another level, I would say he would be fine, because I think if he takes Shackle, I don't know if he's going to take Shackle or not, but if he does, he's definitely going to be able to shut down the offensive against him. He will also be able to get a couple last hits because he's able to just sit back and spam the power shot. There we go, there's his 3. Oh, he's got taken level 2 power shot. Alright, he's going to try and get focused on last hits. In the meantime, it looks like mid lane is definitely going the way of this Templar Assassin, up by a phenomenal 6 last hits, and also pushing Rubik back away from the lane. Xantha is also up. He's actually behind a little bit in terms of experience, but it's very close. Experience on the whole looks like it's going the way of the Radiant side because of, first of all, that kill. And actually, it's dead even. Farm also looks very... Farm is actually going the Radiant side, and I think that's because Anti-Mage has just been doing much better than the Rikimaru. No, it's dead even. I wonder where it's coming from. I guess it's from the... Dire supports are even ahead. The gold lead has to be coming from that first blood. That's it. That's the only explanation I have, because there's more last hits. The pulls have been more successful on the Dire side. Alright then, we're going to see Templar Assassin caught out here. She's got a Gale down on her, so her fraction charges are going to wear off, but I think she'll be able to make it away just fine. She's slowed down by the Venomancer, but he's got to be careful because she can turn around. Doesn't have a trap, but she would still be able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, she's just going to come in and do a ton of damage to this Rubik. Coming from this, first of all, refraction as well as meld, because I believe she got a meld strike off lowering armor. Now this game is not going to have as much early game aggression as we saw last time. UTP ran a much more early game based lineup, so they were kind of forced almost to do a bunch of their damage early. Sansa, by the way, in case you were watching and seeing what was going on right there, he tried to dodge a Fade Bolt. Oh, he's going to go all the way. Zansa's diving in here. This is not the right choice against a Rubik. He's going to get this kill. Lifts up, Fade Bolt. There it goes. 2 kills already going the way. In the meantime, though, there's a dive against this Enigma. Did he get picked off? No, he didn't. He will just make it away. Clarity's up to get some mana back. That was a big dive. I think part of it was that Crystal Maiden was not quite able to get a stun or a slow off. Otherwise, I think he would have gone down, definitely. Looks like Gush wasn't used either. I'm surprised. Alright, so maybe just unlucky. Riki will be invisible here in the very near future. Zansa unfortunately lost this lane. While he still has more last hits, he just wasn't able to. Oh no! Windrunner goes down a second time. 3-0 lead now from FMR. And I do kind of say they are the favorite to win the league right now. They had a clear advantage going into the playoffs in terms of their standing in the league. They had a lot more wins than anybody else. So does seem like it's going alright at least. If not, UTP's, although they're not doing bad. Riki's leading in farm by almost 10 last hits. He looks like he's got a ring of regen. I'm not sure what this is for. That might just be for lane staying power. I can't see what he would be building with it. Maybe a hood, but why would you build a hood on a Riki? You need, first thing you really need is maybe he's going for a Tranquil Boots. Actually, I could see that Tranquil Boots getting picked up. I think that's definitely a possibility on a Riki. You're invisible most of the time, and that 80 move speed really helps you move between ganks. He looks like he might be getting a tower here in the near future. That tower looks like it might go down. In the meantime, there's a big engagement going on the mid lane. Templar Assassin might be able to get this kill. Shackle Shot will land, but Rubik stole the refraction and used it to survive. Zansa's now the one who's low. He's going to drop to a Fade Bolt. Yeah, he's 0-2 now. That's awful because Templar Assassin needs those early. He needs a kill advantage early to be able to have the level advantage he needs in order to really win the game and win the mid game. But he's just too low right now. Some very good roaming coming out of the Radiant supports. Mizram has gone ahead and rotated mid. He's got no mana, but he is able to sit back a little bit more than Zansa was. Zansa's going bottom now, and Zansa's definitely able on the Templar Assassin to lane against an Anti-Mage. That pure damage does so much. He's probably not going to go for a kill here. He's not capable, really, because of the blink. He is just going to chase Anti-Mage out of lane and prevent him from getting farmed. Tower will go down. Enigma gets the deny, and Crystal Maiden looks like she'll fall. Yeah, she will. Rubik gets the kill there. Killing spree? No, only 2. It looks like someone else got a last hit. Spell Seal will go down there. That's probably a Blink Strike. Yeah, Blink Strike coming from Rubik. Oh, wow. That's ballsy. Looks like he... Oh, man. Just barely missing the kill on that Stealth Assassin. That would have been a kill. That damage right there if he hadn't been inside the cloud and he missed that attack. That's incredible. So unlucky on his part. He's going to stay really aggressive, though. This Rubik... Because he did so well mid lane against Zansa, getting 2 kills already, he's just ahead in terms of levels. Level 8 already. Go and take a look at these levels here. He's on the top by a good 2 levels, 3 levels over Rikimaru, so he's really able to do so much work around this map. And that's really what you want your solo mid player to do in all circumstances. Zansa will miss a Meld Strike because she's only got level 1 Psyblade. She's going to get ganked here. Actually, she's out of mana, but he's... Yeah, this is going to be a kill. I was a little worried about Anti-Mage for a second, but the rotation in from the Sand King and the Enigma definitely solidified that and kind of sealed his doom, so to speak. Alright, so we are going to see... I'm really starting to worry about the Dire team here. Riki is farming, and he still is leading in terms of last hits. He's only 4 ahead of the Anti-Mage now. He is level 6. Which means he's invisible, much harder to gank with, and also, I mean, yeah, you can still gank him, you can bring detection, but that means all your supports are spending money on detection and not spending money on their mechanisms or their wards or other important things like that. So, I mean, you can say, oh, Riki countered by wards, so noob hero, but in actuality, he forces your enemy supports to buy things, which makes it much more difficult for them to play and get ahead. And Riki's just been giving free farm, whereas Anti-Mage's farm has been pretty contested. Anti-Mage has been getting some good last hits. He's got a good CS, but he doesn't have his big item yet. He's nowhere near that Battle Fury that he wants. Like, on an Anti-Mage, you really want to get that 14-15 minute Battle Fury, and this Anti-Mage is not going to get it at the rate he's been farming. He does have a kill, he's 1-0, but that's not going to be enough. Alright, Templar Assassin is being aggressive. She doesn't have her phase boots up yet, so I don't know if this is the right decision on her part. She is in a lot of danger. A Sand King stun would mean certain death for her. In fact, Rubik might be able to pick her up and throw her onto the high ground node, just out of range for that. Maybe tried it. He steals the spell. What's he get? He gets Refraction again. And really, none of Templar Assassin's spells are bad to steal. Trap is wonderful. And also, there's a strong argument that can be made for Meld, allowing Rubik to do more damage, and Refraction keeps him alive, so I mean, you really can't argue with any of those spells being stolen. Now, I am kind of disappointed that the Dire Tri-Lane did not get any kills. They had a seriously strong lineup. They just, unfortunately, weren't able to capitalize on anything. Dewarding now going on by the Dire. They're doing a pretty good job in terms of map control, definitely. But they also haven't been able to gank, and they've got a very ganking-dependent lineup. This Riki needs to finish up his basic items, and he needs to start ganking. He does not go for... Oh, Enigma, you can't do this. You can't feed your Eidolons to an enemy carry, man. Yeah, you denied the experience from the original creep, but you give more experience and more gold by feeding your Eidolons. Oh no, Viscerum's going to get caught out here, picked up. He's definitely dead. Ty's going to get into position, but he's only level 4. Doesn't have a Ravage. Templar Assassin's going to come in, and he might get this kill here on the Sand King. He's going to go for it, jumping up to the high ground, not able to finish off the kill. In the meantime, Rubik will get the final shot on Tide Hunter. Windrunner running away. Crystal Maiden in trouble now, but here comes Riki. Riki gets 1 kill. Rubik, in the meantime, finishing off the Crystal Maiden. Rubik's backing off now. Fraction on both heroes. Riki chasing. He's going to get a double kill there. That's big. That's important. 2 kills now for the Dire squad, and both of them on Rikimaru. Exactly the heroes you want to have gotten those kills. Rubik, with his Refraction, is tanking this entire Dire team. He is going to go down. Riki is here. I don't think he's going to make this away. Blink Strike cooling down in 4, 3, 2... Yeah, he's going to... He's going to deny himself to the neutrals. That's massively important play. Oh, but the aggressive blink in from Anti-Mage. This could be bad. He should not have come in here. He's going to fall to the Tide Hunter. More TP's coming in. I think Enigma does have the black hole. No, he doesn't. It's off cooldown. He used it earlier, and I think it got immediately cancelled. Rikimaru silenced him, I think, by blinking in from the back. But, oh man, what an engagement. That was massive. My voice is like dying now after that. Holy crud. What happened? Your Templar Assassin didn't die and actually got a couple assists and some assist gold. That means it's putting her back into this level game. She's now on top of the team in terms of levels. Riki also got a double kill, getting him up in terms of levels. He's now much more capable of ganking and also going aggressive around the map. So he's going to solo push and farm the bottom lane. He is only about 1,200, 1,300 gold away from a Diffusal Blade, and that will be an extremely early Diffusal Blade. It's going to sap the mana off of heroes like Rubik, Sand King, Venomancer, who desperately have mana issues in this early game. And it's definitely going to allow the Radiant team, this is going to allow the Dire team to be much more aggressive than they have been. And they need that mid-game aggression because you're up against an Anti-Mage. Oh, here's a disconnect. Tidehunter is disconnected. I'm waiting for the pause. It's not coming in. Oh, no. It's in the kill attempt. Alright, they should pause now that people have backed off. Did they not notice? Okay, there it goes. I'm like, hold on, Tide disconnected. Was waiting for that pause. Wasn't coming. Alright, so looking at... I'm going to take a quick check to look at items now. I realized that I didn't check items last game. So, items, we do see that Chinchillux is getting close to his his Batter Fury. He does not, okay, he doesn't have the item on the Courier. He is, instead, he's about 800 gold away from that. Should have it by the, I'm going to say, 16, 17 minute mark, which is respectable. Bare minimum, you have to have it by 20. Where is he on the map? Bare minimum, you have to have it by 20, and you really need, and you ought to have it maybe by 15 for a good one. Early one at 12 or 13, if you can get it, is much, much better. Other important items, you've got your Arcane up already on the Sand King. These Radiant supports are just have such a farm advantage over the dire ones, and I think that's going to have a big impact on this game. Other than that, big important items, we've gotten most of a Diffusal Blade on the Rikimaru, and phase up on the TA. Nothing super important. Rubik is caught out. He could be in trouble. No, he's going to get away. None of the dire heroes were in position. Oh no! Riki was too far forward into tower vision. He gets stunned. Veno ult goes down, but I think Veno will die anyway. There's the dust. Riki gets picked back up. He will fall to Sand King's ultimate. Double kill. Sand King is dominating. Windrunner, 4 heroes on the Radiant side are down, losing only Sand King. Zansa's in trouble. He's in Viz, though. He ought to be able to get away. I think Dust is on cooldown if it's up. No, it was on the Sand King, and it's just gone. Oh, Zansa playing it risky. He's standing here, and he's just waiting for each meld cooldown and attacking with it every time it's off cooldown. So that's going to... Oh, no, Zansa gets picked back up. I think he's definitely going to die here. No, he's going to go Invis again and get stunned, but this invisibility, mind you, is not dispelled by stun, so he should be fine now. And the rest of the Radiant team are TPing back in. Riki's back up. I think he should pick up those Blades of Alacrity, even if it means selling your last Tango, because it increases your backstab damage, which you've practically maxed at this point. So that's an extra, it's not just extra 10 damage like on a normal Agility Heroes, it's actually an extra 20 damage. This Venomancer is very dead. He's going to fall to Riki. That's another kill for him. 3 kills for him now. This is important. Oh man, I'm getting some serious Dota 2 lag because of this. A little worried about the stream. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to quickly check chat, see if anyone... No. No one said anything. If it's laggy, let me know. I haven't streamed like this before, so... Alright, so that kill on Riki's important. All those kills, he needs to get those kills early to really be able to dominate mid-game. And that's what you want Riki to do. It's what you want. You want him to be able to really get a lead and do tons of damage. Oh no, no, we're not. We might be able to see this Anti-Mage go down. I don't think so. Yeah, he's going to be able to blink out. In the meantime, the engagement is going mid-game, and I'm kind of interested by this because this entire game has been focused around this mid lane. I don't normally see this in high-level programs. Sometimes you see it in pubs, but you've got 4 on the Dire, and it was 3, now 2 on the mid lane, just sitting there, not really doing anything. Now they're rotating bottom, and I think these Dire heroes are in trouble now. They were on the aggressive, pushing this Anti-Mage back under his tower, but now they have to back out because there's 4 Radiant heroes rotating in who just successfully counter-warded. Granted, there's tons of pings going down. They know they're there. There's a trap here still, so they definitely saw it coming, so the Dire heroes will back off. But nothing's really getting accomplished here, and this is worrying me. UTP's got a clock on their hands, and that clock is Anti-Mage. Yeah, TA and Rikimaru are strong, but unless you really get a hold of them unless they get a good early game, they're not really able to do all of that awesome damage in the late game. So it really worries me that they are not doing as much as I think they could be. But I mean, anyway, as it stands, I'm hoping that they will be able to continue. This Riki's at least doing well, right? He's got his Diffusal Blade in 200 gold, 100 gold, like so, 2 or 3 last hits. He's got it after he gets the Siege Engine, provided he actually gets the last hit on the Siege Engine. So yeah, he's got it. He's got his Diffusal Blade. Sending to him, that's a really important item. 17-minute Diffusal Blade is really good, but keep in mind, Anti-Mage has the Batter Fury, and also another 1,000 gold, so he's going to be getting that Yasha very soon. And in fact, this Riki needs to be careful, because he'll die to Batter Fury damage. He's going to go in, Riki's going to start doing damage, but I don't think it's going to work out for the Riki. He's able to do a lot of early damage. Oh, he even went in before the Diffusal Blade made it. Ballsy. Alright, so, but in the meantime, we've got carry versus carry on the bottom, and we also have 4v4 on the mid lane. Oh man, this race for the double damage rune, it looks like Xansa's going to lose it. In fact, he's going to get pegged by 4 enemy heroes and he's going to go down. In the meantime, the rest of the Dire team will do what they can. They couldn't have gotten there in time. They're going to try to push down this tower, but they're not going to do it quickly enough. They're going to have to back off. That was a massive victory for the Radiant team, killing the... First of all, killing the Templar Assassin. Second of all, getting the double damage room on your Rubik. Double damage room on your Rubik, yeah. Alright, so we've 4 versus 4 solo mid, 4 versus 4 mid Dota continuing here. And I'm not really sure who this favors. I mean, Anti-Mage disconnects. Alright, pauses, all that fun stuff. I am kind of 4 versus 4 mid Dota continuing here. It doesn't look like it's too laggy. Alright, should be fine. No, it is actually looking pretty laggy. I'm kind of bothered by this. I'm not sure if... It's just a preview, I'm not sure. Whatever. Worried about the stream being laggy, but it's also recording, so there will be a VOD put up on YouTube after this that should be higher quality than the one from last game, so either way. Alright, I'm just... In the meantime, while we wait here for Anti-Mage to reconnect, he's got a Batter Fury as well as 1,000 gold in the bank, so he's close to his... He'll probably go for... I'm guessing he'll go for Manta after this. It's the best choice in my opinion, especially now that illusions don't take damage from the... Illusions do not take damage coming from... Extra damage coming from... The illusion damages aren't splashed like they were originally from Templar Assassin. Other important items up. TA does not have a Blink Dagger yet. She's only got a wand. She's a little behind in her farm. She's got 1,000 gold, so she's 1,000 gold away from a Blink Dagger. She ought to have it by 21 minutes. It's not the early kind of Blink Dagger that you want to have, but it's a Blink Dagger, and it's really important because it's going to allow her to pick off supports like the Venomancer, like the... she's not going to be able to pick off the Rubik, but maybe the Enigma, maybe the Sand King, if she gets lucky in that way. Also got your Diffusal Blade up on your Riki, who doesn't have much farm beyond that, unfortunately. And he's still sitting on this Ring of Regen. I don't really know what he's doing with it. Oh well. 4 staff up on Rubik. He's doing extremely well. This Rubik is having the time of his life in this game. Seriously. He's already got a 4 staff. I'm guessing he's going to go for a Bloodstone next, maybe a Gwynsu. Depends on what he wants to do. Either of those 2 items. There we go. There's the reconnect. Wait for the go. But this game, sit tight, guys, because this game doesn't look like it's going to be ending anytime soon. So, whoa. Alright, not too laggy. Alright, not bad. Alright, I am worried about this stream. If anyone is watching the stream and having lag issues, say something in the chat. I'm still bothered by it. Alright, so anyway, continuing here. Rikimaru is just going to continue to solo push this tower while both teams are content to play 4 versus 4 mid. I think that the Radiant side will eventually win it out. I'm not sure, because you can't push against the Tidehunter, because the Tidehunter has a Ravage up. You can't... But then again, on the other side, you can't push against the Sand King ult either, and this Sand King is getting... He's dangerously close to that Blink Dagger. He is 2 last hits away from it. They should let him have these last hits so that he can get that Blink Dagger, because that's extremely important. Then we're going straight for the BKB, and he's got it. And this is where I really think that FMR are winning. They're 5,000 gold up, and that's not just kills. That's not towers. I think it's just farm numbers. You see these farm numbers right here? That's really the important part of this game. I heard a Shackle Shot. I don't think it's going to latch onto anything. No real engagement's going to happen here. We're just going to continue this back and forth while... Actually, Riki has come mid, and he has not been seen. There are no sentry wards out. I'm looking for detection on the Radiant side. I see a dust on the Venomancer, but other than that, there's no detection. They know Riki's there now. He attacked, so I don't know if that was the right choice. He will deny the tower. He's going to go ahead and rotate down to the bottom lane. No, he's just going to stay mid. We're just staying 5-man mid. I don't know what they're doing here. I really don't think that these guys have the luxury of waiting. Granted, you're not doing as well as you want to in the game at this point, but you can just let this Anti-Mage free farm, because that's what he's doing. He's free farming 2,000 gold. He'll have his Yasha. he's got his Yasha now. He's got it. He's going to TP top lane, farm that one, farm that huge creep wave. We'll see a smoke gank here. Okay, so that's what the Radiant were doing. They're actually smoking all the way up to top lane. They might be able to pick off this tier 2 tower, and if they're lucky, they'll get the Anti-Mage. If they can get... All they need is just a little bit of initiation. That Shackle's going to land. This is a dead Anti-Mage. Tons of stun, tons of damage. He's going to fall immediately to the Templar Assassin. That will slow down. Oh no, he bought the Yasha as he was dying. Very, very good play on his part.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I don't think that the
top tower
Radiant... Yeah, the Dire aren't going to be able to push this tower down. They already had Windrunner TP back. She's got her headdress up. She's close to a mech. She's 600 gold away from a mech. Alright. It's not on the courier. No, it's not. I might be able to get this tower. Gale's going to go down. There's some defensive wards up also, but there's a lot of DPS coming from this Dire squad. I do believe they will be able to get this tower down. Yeah, they're going to be able to. There's a lot of Radiant heroes in position, but also in this meantime, keep in mind that your Rubik is pushing mid, and your Riki's not getting any farm. Yeah, he's going for a BKB next. That's the right item choice. It's the typical Riki build. You get your Diffusal Blade up first, which is probably your most important, and then after that you go for the BKB to up your survivability. He's also got a bonus ROA and Poor Man Shield, improving his physical damage survivability as well as his mana pool, allowing him to blink and cloud a little bit more often. Oh, this is like all of the traps here. There are a couple Radiant traps up as well. Middle tower will fall down also. So it is looking like the mid-game lineup that UTP picked up is starting to do a little better. They're having a little bit more of the map presence as well as also taking the towers. They really need to take, because they need to limit this Anti-Mage's farm area. If he can just free farm his jungle in a couple lanes by teleporting back and forth, that's not going to work out. He's just going to farm so quickly that UTP is not going to be able to keep up. Like, Riki's a fairly strong carry, but he can't stand up to a farmed as heck Anti-Mage, especially at the rate that Anti-Mage can farm and get those multiple tier 4 items up. Oh, this is going to be a huge team fight here. Ravage is up, so is Black Hole. In fact, Enigma's just going to get picked off right away before he can Black Hole. That's terrible. Not the way you want your team fight to go. Fudge is going to chase off against the Sand King while your Anti-Mage blinks off. Getting your Enigma picked off first is exactly the way you don't want it to go, especially when he's so close to his... No, he has the BKB, he just didn't get the chance to get it off. I don't think he expected the whole Dire team to be sitting in this camp. That's what they were doing there. That was an excellent play coming from their part. We might see some big items finished off now. Riki, BKB yet? No BKB on Riki, he's a couple hundred gold away. Alright, looking at some charts there really quickly. Yeah, so that's big and important right there. Even though the Dire are now down now, still down in terms of kills, they've caught up massively on this gold chart. You can already see this peaking off. It was up by almost 7,500. Now it's back down. 2,500 gold going the other way. Oh no, Riki's getting caught out. There's vision up against him. He's been dusted. He's definitely going to fall here. Yeah, falls to Rubik, right click. The fight's going the other way. Tidehunter is going to ravage here, only catching 2, but Black Hole immediately going the other way. Crystal Maiden ult, but it's not going to be enough. Ravage was also stolen. Man, that fight went terribly for UTP. Zanza's going to get picked off. Rubik is godlike. 9, 1, and 3 on him. Holy crud, Rubik. Holy crud, he's got his Force Blink up. Wow, so stealing the Ravage first, that was the big thing, and then he's just doing so much damage in these team fights with his maxed Fade Bolt, and he's stolen so many spells. I'm really, really impressed by this Rubik's play right now. Doing so much for his team. This is what solo mid Rubik does for you that support Rubik doesn't. This is one reason why I really like him in this position. Also important in that team fight, of course you got off your big Sand King ult, of course you got off your big Enigma Black Hole. Enigma actually BKB'd, dodged the Ravage, and got the Black Hole off, and that was really, I mean, this really just allowed the Radiant team to turn around a team fight that otherwise was not going to go their way. I think it was a little bit I'm not sure I can say it was over-aggressive on UTP because they have to be aggressive. They don't have the luxury of sitting back and hoping they win out in the late game because you've got an Anti-Mage who's basically had free farm. He's already Yeah, he's got a Manta style on the way to him. 26 minutes in, Beef Fury Manta. That's an excellent anti-mage farm. And now he's just solo pushing your tower. Mind you, he's already pushed the tier 2 tower in this lane. Did he get the kill or was that denied? I actually don't see it. I don't think he was even there for the team fight. I think Anti-Mage was just pushing and farming in that period of time. And that's what's gonna happen, man. That's what happens when your Anti-Mage gets free farm and wasn't... He hasn't been... He did get ganked twice. He died twice. But, I mean, just really wasn't able to do... This Riki... Okay, sorry. Losing my train of thought, losing what I'm trying to say. Oh no, Rubik's gonna get picked off hardcore here. He's gonna go down. Godlike Street. No! The Blink Dagger makes it out just in time, and now he's gonna go back up the hill. Shackle will not latch here. Trap's gonna go off, slowing people down, but Radiant team's in position already, and this is not gonna go the way that the Radiant team wants it to. I mean, sorry, it's not gonna go the way the Dire team wants it to. They kinda have to have the element of surprise here. You gotta have your Templar, who does have a Blink Dagger, blinking in first. Your Riki coming around the back, and then all of a sudden, well, there went your support heroes. Crap, now what? But that's not... UTP aren't having the setup. There's some... First of all, stealing Trap was critical. Rubik getting that Trap allowed that vision. Oh, Enigma's going to come in. He's going to turn on the BKB, but he doesn't have the Black Hole. Tidehunter's going to get picked up. He's got a Ravage. He's going to drop it now, but it's only going to hit just the one. BKB duration was just too long. Crystal Maiden, no, Riki's running away. He's got no health. He will TP out just fine. He'll make it alive. But Tidehunter will fall to Rubik beyond godlike. Man, Rainbow Dota just too strong right now. Crystal Maiden's going to get picked back off. She's going to die now. Trap will go off in an attempt to save her, but it's not going to be enough. Templar Assassin will barely make it out. And this game is going very, very quickly downhill for UTP. And I can't really chalk it up to any one thing. I guess the first thing I have to say is letting your Anti-Mage get free farm, but he hasn't really been part of the team fights yet. You haven't even started to feel this Anti-Mage. Gary got 1,800 gold after finishing that Manta style. Also, I don't think that the Radiant were able to... They should at least try to get a kill on that tri-lane. They never got a kill on that Enigma solo against the tri-lane, and Enigma is not the most survivable hero. There goes the Aegis. Anti-Mage gets the Aegis. Dust down. No dust on the... And there's just a gem, I think. Someone has a gem. Yeah, Venomancer has got the gem, so he was just able to pick people off. Anti-Mage doing so much work. There's 2 kills for him already. No, actually, I don't think he got the kills. I think Rubik got the kills, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Tons of kills going the way of the Radiant side. Killing the Riki, who is now horribly underfarmed. He hasn't finished his BKB yet, and he's got just 1 tier 4 item, whereas your Anti-Mage has the money for 2 and an Aegis. You're going to see tons of stuns going down on Windrunner. She came in to try and deny the tower, but wasn't able to do so. Just got picked up. Rubik, I think, stole... Yeah, he stole Frostbite for the stun. And here goes your Rax. 30 minutes in. I don't think that Dire's going to be able to defend. Riki's coming back alive, but there's no Ravage for another 30 seconds, and there is a Black Hole. So I really don't think there's a way that the Dire side can really do anything. Enigma already has a Blink Dagger too. Your Sand King's got a Blink Dagger also, as well as most of a Veil. In fact, no, he has the Veil. Rax is down, and I don't think Radiant even has to back off. They're just going to go rotate down, take this next tier 2 tower, completely solidify their Roche control. Now, granted, your Enigma's about to die to creeps defending against the wave pushing out here on the top lane, but that's not... He can defend. He'll survive. Oh, he's like... if he takes like 3 hits from creeps, he's gonna die. That would suck. Won't happen, though. He'll be alright. We're gonna see the chase go. I think people are gonna make it away, though. No one's gonna get caught out. No kills are gonna go down. Tier 2 tower was dropped for nothing. Riki, during this whole time, hasn't been farming. He's been trying to team fight. He picks up the Ogre Club just to see if he can get a little bit of survivability up to 1300 HP, but it's still not that much. What's your... looking at what people are building next. Rubik goes for a Mjolnir. I guess when you know what you're ahead, you know you're ahead when your Rubik is building a Mjolnir. Holy crap. I love this item choice. That's just awesome. Picks up a Hyperstone. Yeah, he's building Mjolnir. It's like, I don't care. I'm just going to push and right-click as a Rubik. Rubik doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, I'm in control of this game, guys, and you can't freaking stop me. Alright, Beyond Godlike Rubik. Part 1 of why this game is going the way it is. Rubik is just playing out of his mind awesome right now. Alright, so I mean, this is what's happening. If you get this UTP squad who was focused around a strong mid game and winning the mid game, getting some tower advantages, they started doing it, but now they're forced back to 5-man farming the Ancients, which is really not what you want to do. They can't even go into their own jungle because there's this Radiant Ward spotting it out. There's Radiant Trap spotting it out. I mean, seriously, Smoke Gank will go up. Dire did not have vision, but it's going to get immediately seen. Enigma's going to blink in. Black Hole on 4. Sand King ultimate. Fudge will barely survive because he's got the BKB. In fact, I think he got a kill on the Venomancer. Might get a kill on the Rubik if he's lucky, but no, he's going to get stunned up. BKB duration runs out. That's a team wipe. Worst timing ever is not a joke. That was just not the time to go for your 5-man smoke gank. Oh, man. They did. There's the ward on the Ancients. It was visible. Saw the whole thing. Here's the GG. Well play called from Mizram. And that's it right now. Oh, man. That was awesome. Mjolnir Rubik, man. That's just classy right there. That makes me laugh. Santa's going to try to blink in and get a kill. Not going to be able to do it. Backing off. Titan didn't even get off his Ravage in that team fight. That's how quickly everybody died. Oh, man. What a game, guys. That was awesome. Excellent play from this Rubik. Some very good play from everyone on the Radiant team. Some good play from UTP, too. There's your Ravage. It's not going to be quick enough. No, Fudge will kill. There goes the godlike spree. There it went. It's over. That was... took until after GG was called, but hey, whatever. Doesn't matter, right? As long as it happens at all. Fudge is actually going to get like a double kill. Triple kill, actually. There goes the... There's 4 kills, actually. See if they can actually finish off the Anti-Mage here. I don't think so. No, yeah, in fact, Anti-Mage is just going to turn around. Possibly get the Rubik. Possibly get the kill? No, not going to happen. Alright. So yeah, there's your game, guys. Thanks for watching. That was pretty exciting. Some excellent kill action there. FMR really was in control from the beginning. They got the early kills off, and then UTP wasn't able to have the mid game they wanted. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. This has been UTP versus FMR from Dota 2 Arena's playoffs. Thanks for watching on the stream. If you guys caught the stream, thanks for watching in Dota 2. I've been your caster, Kingdom. I'll be coming to you later with some more games later in the week, Wednesday and Friday also. This game VOD has been recorded to my computer, so as long as it's high enough quality, I'll check it really quickly, get it uploaded to YouTube, and I think I kind of like this setup of recording and stuff, so should work out. Thanks for watching, guys. Like the Facebook, follow, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Kingdom signing out.